Hello dear students, in this session we will study cupola furnace. Cupola is the oldest and simplest furnace. Cupola is derived from the Latin word cupa, which means barrel. It is much similar to blast furnace. Let's understand the construction feature of cupola furnace. It has a steel shell around 6 to 10 meter height, and the steel shell is given refractory lining inside. Usual diameter of this steel shell is 0.5 to 2.5 meters. It rests on a cast iron base plate and has 4 legs. The cupola generally has drop down doors. At the bottom there is a tap hole to remove molten metal. There is also slag hole to remove the slag. The charge is introduced into the furnace body by means of an opening approximately halfway up the vertical shaft. The charge consists of alternate layer of the metal to be melted, coke fuel and limestone flux. The fuel is burnt in the air, which is introduced through tires positioned above the hearth. The hot gas is generated in the lower part of the shaft, ascend and preheat the descending charge. Construction details of cupola is shown in the figure. You guys can pause the video and draw the diagram. Now various zones of cupola furnace. First is well, the space between the bottom of the tires and the sand bed inside the cylindrical shell of the cupola is called as well of cupola. As the melting occurs, the molten metal is get collected in this portion before tapping out. Second zone is combustion zone. It is also called as oxidizing zone and it is also called as superheating zone. It is located between the upper of the tires and a theoretical level above it. The total height of this zone is 15 cm to 30 cm. A temperature of about 1540 degrees Celsius to 1870 degrees Celsius is achieved in this zone. Few exothermic reactions take place in this zone. These are represented as carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus heat, silica plus oxygen gives silicon dioxide plus heat, manganese plus oxygen gives manganese oxide plus heat. The combustion actually takes place in this zone by consuming the free oxygen completely from the air blast and generating tremendous heat. Third zone is reducing zone. It is also called as protective zone, which is located between the upper level of the combustion zone and the upper level of coke bed. The temperature drops to 1200 degrees Celsius at the top of this zone. Endothermic reaction takes place in this zone is represented as carbon dioxide plus coke plus heat will give carbon monoxide. Since endothermic reaction takes place in this zone, so temperature decreases from 1800 to around 1200 degrees at the top of this zone. Combustion zone plus reducing zone is also known as superheating zone. Fourth zone is melting zone. The lower layer of the metal charge above the upper layer of the coke bed is termed as melting zone. The metal charge starts melting in this zone and trickles down through the coke bed and gets collected in the well. The reaction takes place in this zone is given as under iron plus carbon monoxide gives iron carbide plus carbon dioxide. It means 3Fe plus 2CO gives Fe3C plus CO2. Fifth is preheating zone. Preheating zone starts from the upper end of the melting zone and continues up to the bottom level of the charging door. This zone contains a number of alternate layers of coke bed, flux and metal charge. The main objective of this zone is to preheat the charge from room temperature to about 1100 degrees Celsius before entering to the melting zone. The preheating takes place due to the upward movement of the hot gases. Sixth zone is stack. The empty portion of cupola above preheating zone is called as stack. It provides the passage to hot gases to go to the atmosphere from the cupola furnace. You can note down the composition of cast iron. Carbon is 1.8% to 4%, silicon is 0.5% to 3%, manganese is 0.15% to 1%, sulfur is 0.03% to 0.25%, phosphorus is 0.05% to 1%, and the balance is iron. Steps in operation of cupola. First one is preparation or repair of refractory lining. Second, lighting and burning in the coke bed. Third, charging. Charging means metal plus coke plus flux. Fourth, melting means all the zones, combustion zone, reducing zone, melting zone and preheating zone will take place in this. Fifth, tapping and slagging, and sixth is dropping the bottom. Advantages of cupola furnace. First one is simple construction. Second, low initial cost. Third, simple to operate. Fourth, relative to other furnaces, very low operating cost. Fifth, offer very high melting rate up to 35 tons per hour. Sixth, it can be operated continually. Seventh, electric power is not required. Disadvantages of cupola furnace. First is closed temperature control is not possible. As we discussed in the combustion zone, the temperature range of 1540 degrees Celsius to 1870 degrees Celsius is achieved. It means it is a range of temperature zone that we achieved, not a closed temperature control. Second is carbon and sulfur pickup takes place during melting. What happens in the melting, carbon and sulfur does not play a role and they are picked up by the metal charge. Because of that, composition of cast iron is affected. Third is loss of iron, silicon and manganese takes place during melting because of the oxidation of these. And fourth is environmental pollution takes place.